Okay, we are outside of the studio with Congressman Thornberry. He's been nice enough to answer just a few more questions for us, and we'll get right to these. We've got an Obama question here. When is there...
Hawaii has certified that it's all valid, and unless there's some great new revelation, I think that issue is dead.
Okay. Let's see. With the representative supporting the end of the payroll tax, which will make a tax increase on all working men and women, will you increase the tax on the billionaire by the same percent it will hit the working man? We all know the very rich own the GOP. That's from Tim. All right.
Oh, there is some effort when you get into partisan politics to try to engage in some sort of class warfare, and I don't think that's helpful, and it certainly does not solve our deficit problem. If you confiscated all of the income of everybody in the country who makes more than $200,000 a year, you would not pay but about 3/4 of this year's deficit. It is simply not enough money to deal with it. Now, I think we should look at reforming and simplifying the tax code, but any idea that, if you just tax those millionaires and billionaires, we could solve our problems is just not true.
Do you know if there's going to be an increase in Social Security this year? She says she didn't get one over the last 2 years. This is Andrea from Vernon.
Sure. I don't know yet. The cost of living adjustment for Social Security is based on the general inflation rate. And so the Bureau of Labor Statistics measures every October to see what's happened to prices over the past year. And then October 15th, they announce what if the cost of living increase will be for the next year. It never goes down, it can only go up. But it's on October 15th every year that they make that announcement. We won't know the answer until then. Hopefully, we get the economy moving again, and then there will be an increase. But it's going to be hard until the economy gets moving again.
Okay. This one is from... here we go. This is Kevin Curran again. We had him on the air. He asked one. This one says, is the Congress... Would you say "the" in front of Congress? Wouldn't it just be Congress?
Either way.
Okay, just asking. So a question I had earlier. Is the Congress willing to take a pay cut and purchase their own health insurance and give up their retirement for Social Security?
Well, I think there's a lot of misinformation about that. Members of Congress, just like any other federal employees, do contribute to a health care plan that they choose under the federal employee health care system. Members of Congress do pay into Social Security just like every other worker does. Actually, it would be against the Constitution to require members of Congress to reduce pay in some way during a congressional term. It's in the 27th Amendment that it cannot be decreased during a congressional term. But most people may not know that the overall Congress's budget was cut 5% in January, and the House voted to cut it an additional 6% in July. So that the overall spending on Congress is going down. And just like every other part of the federal budget, we've got to look at overall spending and see where there can be efficiencies, and Congress is no exception.